Yeah, I'm about to say I knew something was wrong. We back at it though. We right here. Back at it. Sunday night service. We just was in Sunday school. Now we in Sunday night. So we at it. Salute King Z. First on deck. Ryan Snoo Diddy Williams. Yes, yes. Eric Swan. There we go. The audio is cracking. Get right to it. Um, um, not really the Diddy subject, but it's a lot of little stuff floating around. I heard some troll rumor stuff about Charleston White and something like that. And I spoke on that earlier. I think that was just some trolling hoax, whatever they do. People seem like they was happy, do alleged downfall or something, but I don't think that's true. It ain't been confirmed, but I don't think that's true. Um, we got some, celebrity rap stuff. Of course, you know what I've been on for the past day with this Ice Cube new single reaction and what my thoughts is about that. And just hearing from other people and seeing certain other members of Lynch Mob, you know what I'm saying, expressing certain different things. So I guess that trend is about to come around. That train is coming on around. You know what I'm saying? Coming around the mountain is, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing Dr. Dre and Snoop saying, what they saying and pushing what they pushing. But I'm also seeing people right now, like, live saying that allegedly somebody got a hold of the some Diddy tapes, and they got, a lot of these people who I just mentioned, names, so we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I just think that we are at that time. Like I said, the grace is over with. Grace is up. The final call has ended. It's humiliation and embarrassment and all kind of stuff is upon us. So shouts out Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen bro in years and years and years since he kind of first got on. But yeah, he did call this kind of like prophetic shot that 2024 was gonna open up the exposing, the season for exposing all this effery. And sure enough, it has begun. We're looking at all this politics, political stuff, seeing people, Usher and who else? Somebody came out, just pushing this politics stuff, this Kamala Harris stuff, and whoever else coming out pushing this Trump business. Trick, I think from Detroit. Is Trick from Detroit? Uh, I'm not sure exactly where he's from. I forgot, but just they just pulling out they stops. Trump is at McDonald's doing fries because Kamala Harris claimed that she used to work at McDonald's, and it turns out she didn't. So he's just super trolling on that. I'm waiting for him to get a hold of this Candace Owens material. I'm sure his camp is so airtight, so militarily scientific on what they're gonna do with this Candace Owens information that she's been dropping for the past week or two. That's gonna get super ugly, super humiliating, super embarrassing because you can't out Satan Satan. You can't out slick and out Satan Satan. So that's gonna hit real different. That Kamala Harris little wave when I believe this upcoming week, starting tomorrow, this news week cycle, I think they're gonna let that fly. I think Trump campaign gonna jump all over that Kamala Harris race grandparent fraud business. So we're gonna see. Cousin Pookie on the couch. Lizzo, what's going on with Lizzo? She jumping behind some candidate. I thought she was on that Ozempic, losing weight or in the gym. I guess she tired of getting body shamed, tired of acting like she think being fat is the thing to be. Eric Swan say Gene Deal did an interview today. It sounded like he tried to implicate NOI in the nah, he definitely ain't did that. Don't believe the hype. 70 years since the minister has joined the nation. 70 years. Grace is up. That's right, King Z. That's right. Absolutely right. And we here for it. God has blessed us that's here, to be witnesses, to be the star players, because the youth ain't qualified and they don't care. And the people that's older than me, you know what I'm saying, wasn't there. And so it's us. We are the team. We are the team. We are the starters. We're the starting lineup. So let the games begin. Let the kickoff begin, or the tip off, or whatever. Let it begin. It has begun. So yeah, I seen. Like I said, I seen earlier. I seen the talk that's going around with the Charleston White. I don't believe that's true. And what I just seen, like I said earlier, just a few minutes ago, this allegedly new breaking whatever story that Diddy or the feds got Diddy's tapes, and it's specific names of some of my peers that's on them Diddy tapes. I'm not gonna say the names. I'm just letting you know I'm aware that was circulating, with the info was being circulated. Specific names that people that that I've been on. But we'll see. I'm just trying to see what the Lord got to say about it. What the Lord is going to reveal. I'm just watching, being quiet until it's time not to be quiet. Right. Can we be honest? I think I'm gonna create a segment just called "Can We Be Honest?" Can we be honest? So many of us have turned into 304s, man. 304s for the entertainers. 304 fans, stand fans for the enemy. Damn. You want to hop on here with me? Stop the cap. Damn, you came in hot, huh? which rat is going on here? Here's the. I'm not gonna post that comment. What is that? They go to StreamYard link. You can hop on with me, show your face. I'll have it. Hop on. I'm waiting on you. Where you at? I can't wait. Can't have dead air for too much longer. Don't leave us waiting. Stop the cap. Jamila Burns, Walaikum Salam. Missed your live early, but I did catch the end of the Cube interview on $1 million worth of game. No, I didn't see it at all. Somebody else told me about that right before I got off, that he was supposed to be on there. So yeah, I'll probably check it out. Was it quality? Was it saying anything? What was he talking about on it? Was he talking about his recent single? Yeah, Kings. Yeah, I mean, that's why we invite that. But if they don't show up, I'm gonna give you more than 3 minutes. Stop the cap. I'm gonna give you more than 3 minutes. I ain't gonna block you at all. I want to see your face since you said you're gonna hop on. Mo better 1212 MP. So, right. Internet gangsters never show their face like a man. I'm so interested though. I'm so interested. Because if you're a street person, stop the cap. You saying, yeah, you a hop on. If you're a street person, then you already know the rules for accusing somebody of that, and you ain't bringing no receipts, or you ain't hopping on. So I don't even claim to be a gangster or whatever. I don't even go by them rules, but I won't block you. I'm definitely waiting for you to hop on here. What up, MT? Crazy. Here go the stream. What do you see the StreamYard link? Jim Brown, I appreciate that breakdown you gave us earlier on war. Yeah, man, salute. All good. Sometimes I often wonder if that also applies literally. Yeah, of course it's literal. No, it's literal like you think it is, because God is a human being. It's a specific man at a specific time in history that's dealing with the specific enemy human beings in history. So that's talking about Master Fard Muhammad. That's who that's talking about. But that was a prophecy because the Moses and the Aaron and the 400-year slaves and all that didn't happen 4,000 years ago, 4 or 5,000 years ago. That happened today. So that's all prophetic. That's talking about us today and the God of us today and the Moses and Aaron of us today. So it's talking about Master Fard Muhammad is a man of war. He is the Lord. Alien stopped the cap as a 12-year-old. Right. Little snow bunny. Well, I guess we'll block him then. He didn't show up, or he or she or whatever that was. That's just incredible, though. It's incredible. That's what we want to jump off the porch and do. Maybe that works with people that's really rats or people that's really clowns or something. Maybe that's supposed to shake something loose. I guess. I wonder, like when people, I remember females used to, because females used to be real messy like that. So that's definitely a female. But females used to be real messy and say stuff like, you did this, or you got at my homegirl, or you did, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be like leaning into it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, did I? You know what I'm saying? Call her, get her on the phone, get whoever I'm supposed to be, whatever, get them on the phone. They be thinking that because they so used to dudes really being guilty of all this kind of stuff, like they think you're gonna try to, like, I forgot, man, maybe I did do something and then I forgot, so I'm just gonna try to defend and backpedal just on GP. I'm the opposite. Like, I want to really lean into it, like, oh man, for real, like, okay, when was this? Who did I rat on? And who are you? And how do you know me? And because I want to know. I want to know the up to date AI technology is. Shit. I want to know what are they. Shit. Show me some tapes of me. Show me some whatever of me. I'll say, like I say, same on some female stuff. Like, I did what with who? Man, let me get that footage. Shit. Run that footage. um, it's all good. Kamala backtracked on reparations. Nah, she just lying. She ain't backtrack. She just lying. She just telling people what what we want to hear. I don't know why people argue or such and such on anyone's channel. It's easy to turn to one you like. Yeah, I mean, but that's what they do. Like, people that's miserable, they don't have no life. They want to see if they can affect you and leave some kind of mark. You know what I'm saying? Instead of congratulating, or instead of sharing in positive effects, they want to leave a negative effect because they've been negatively affected. Hurt people want to hurt people, right? So I guess that's what that's all about. Bro C, peace to you. Man, trolls be the best content, Eric Swan, don't it? Trolls be the best content. That's the most entertaining. And it's the most, to me, teachable. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's teachable because you can show people how you're supposed to handle stuff. I don't think I'm the best at nothing, but I think I'm pretty wise. You know what I'm saying? Pretty even, calm. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to goofiness, you know what I'm saying? But that's like that to me. That's the equivalent of saying somebody getting on here and say you tampered with some children. I tampered with some children. Like, damn. Mm-hmm. You need to hurry up and report that. You need to hurry up and run that. You make that go viral. So but that's what people get on here. They'll say you're HATE, all kind of stuff that would get you arrested or get you, you know, retaliated against if it was true. But the beautiful thing about being an NOI Muslim and really representing the real, true, and living God, since it's Sunday night service, we're going to talk this gospel, is that whoever gets on here with false slander and all of that, and I don't care if you anonymous, you think you hiding, my God and his angels know exactly who you are. My God and his angels are at 1000% going to hold you accountable and chastise you. And whatever you intended for me is going to happen to you. And he might let me do it. He might let me do it. That's how things work in God's world, in his universe. He might let me, go on and handle that. Mo better. You give awareness and knowledge, bro. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you appreciating it. It's all good in my eye, man. Likewise, man, God willing, for sure. Inshallah. Yeah. But yeah, whenever you exposing Satan's or you exposing Satan's minions or his little tools or his magicians and false idols, I must be hurting your faith. That's your God. You know what I'm saying? So I know if I'm saying what I'm saying and I'm standing on it, I'm making myself available every day and all that, then that's hurting the faith. That's hurting that camp. So they want to hurt you back. They want to hurt you back. Dude said something about a rat. Like, that's hilarious. But really, man, Big Meech is home. Salute. I talked about that earlier today or yesterday. And that's even that whole concept, that whole snitch rat concept is, in my opinion, part of the COINTELPRO Willie Lynch 2024 agenda. Something that the enemy can use to keep us fighting and deleting each other and giving us a reason not to have grace and have mercy on each other. You a rat. I'm Mr. Peace Treaty. I'm Mr. Blood and Crip Gang Truth, 92 LA Watts Compton Gang Truths. So what's worse? What's worse? Black men actually deleting each other and coming back, shaking hands and not that they lovey-dovey kumbaya, but they, ceasefire and even on some peacetime after taking life. Or, this type of goofiness, like, niggas is rats and snitches and rolling over and like, I'll never deal with them. Like that's a D sentence. Like, that's just hilarious. That's hilarious. Jim Brown, I was telling my brother how much more than you speak, but out of discipline and loyalty to the NOI, you stay within the perimeters of respect and honor of your organization. Absolutely. That's some of the content that I'm gonna be bringing on here, and that's some of the G's. That's just slang terms, but some of the vets and the legends in the FOI that kept everybody safe. You know what I'm saying? All your favorite celebrities and stars, when they life get in danger, you know what I'm saying? When they really going through something, guess who they call? Yeah, you might call Minister Farrakhan if you got his line, but guess what Minister Farrakhan is going to do? Guess who Minister Farrakhan is going to put on you? You know what I'm saying? It's us. It's us. Minister Farrakhan is going to look out for you using us. You know what I'm saying? We seen it all. We see it all. We know it all. We got Diddy tapes. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that we recorded none. I'm talking about our knowledge, our memory. Like, we are the Diddy tapes. We are the Diddy tapes. And we the grace and the mercy Diddy tapes because we didn't delete you. You know what I'm saying? We might have touched up some people for some violations, but at least you got, we ain't gonna do you like this beast is doing you. They knew. See what I'm saying? We are the camera. We are the tapes. Like we wasn't present on that type of goofy activity. They would never do that in front of us. But the weak stuff that they did do, they got dealt with immediately. Immediately. You heard a few rappers, you heard a few well-known rappers saying, little demos and suggestions of little demos that happened when they got out of line. They said some fly stuff, or they did something or disrespected something. We're not gonna speak on it. You're gonna hear other people speak on it. You hear comedians and other rappers speak. You're not gonna hear the FOI speak on it. But just think, if Brother Cam, if Allah please, starts calling a few of the FOIs that that was participants, you know what I'm saying, or witnesses, I should say. Hint, hint. Allegedly, we was witnesses of certain things. We know not to, we know what not to say, but sometimes you got to pop out and show ninjas. What I mean by that, you got to show ninjas that it's time that we can talk. We can ruin you. We can ruin you if we start talking. And it's not snitching. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do wanted to even set that tone. Like if I say anything and air these goofballs out, it'd be like I'm snitching. Nah, I ain't talking about no crime. I'm talking about probably some whole shit, some goofy weirdo stuff, some punk stuff. You know what I'm saying? All these tough guys be crying. You know what I'm saying? And begging and crying. Nah. You ain't gonna hear nothing about no violence from us. I can tell you it's a lot of crybabies and a lot of tattletailers and shit though. I've been told on a whole bunch of times, not to the police, been told on to my police, to the authorities in my nation. So many times, but I ain't gonna call it. I ain't gonna call that snitching. You know what I'm saying? I've been told on for but if they're not gonna say it, I'm not gonna say it. But we're gonna laugh. We're gonna have us a good old storytelling campfire time, since everybody want to be quiet and crickets when I'm calling them out. So listen to these campfire stories. Listen to these campfire stories. Campaign trail. Get out your s'mores and your marshmallows and your Franks, since y'all love Frank so much. And listen to these FOIG campfire stories about your favorite celebrities, about your favorite rappers, your favorite actors, your favorite athletes, your favorite business people, your favorite females. Yeah, you better throw something out there like you a rat, you snitching, you better try to shut my mouth. It won't work. Man. Jim Brown, I'm sworn to life and bound to that. I take my oath under you already know. Yeah, certain things that we'll never speak on because it's never necessary. It's never necessary. But now that grace is over, some things might come out because some of us been violated so bad with these tough guys. These tough guys, you know what I'm saying? They so used to the grace and the mercy of the FOI and of the minister that they know the minister got us on a leash. Like, so now you disrespect the grace. Now you abuse God's grace because nothing has happened to you before. So you start feeling yourself and getting bold, how bold they are to challenge the flames, how bold they are to challenge the wardens of the fire. Like, oh, okay. Well, hey, man, get it in, get it off, because that's why, I'm a Muslim. That's why the Quran says Allah allows them to live such a long life. The good seem like they die young. You know what I'm saying? That's because God is merciful. And if we start slipping and going left or whatever, no, he wants us to go out early and preserve the good works that we done. But the ones he let live long, It's not because they did something good. He wants them to keep adding sins upon sins upon sins to their life so he can be justified in punishing him the way that he wants to punish him. That's why God is not unfair and unjust. Once he sees that you choose to reject him and rebel against him and mock him, then he's going to keep you alive. He's going to let you enjoy yourself. He's going to help you get riches and fame and everything you want so you can build up the sins and all the justification that he need to give his little reapers, give his little soldiers the green light to deal with you. The wardens of the fire are not ghosts. The angels are not ghosts or spooks or spirits. They are human beings that know you and you know them. They're not foreigners that you can say, no, I'm not from among this people. You can't represent me. No, they're the people that you left for dead or that you violated or whatever. Y'all see pretty soon. Y'all see pretty soon, man. Yusuf, salute. Yusuf line the wrench. Wa alaikum salam. Got my bouncers in the building. But this is justice time. Like the poor and the despised and the rejected and the so-called losers, broke losers, poor righteous teachers. We hear this message gladly. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is great news. This is right on time news. But the successful, wealthy, rich, that won't enter the kingdom, this is terrible news. And anybody that worships them and spent their life trying to emulate these weirdo goofies, you know what I'm saying? You upset with us too, because you didn't even get to reach where they at. You wasted enough of your life trying to follow behind them, and you still never got there. And then when people like me show up and just blow up the bridge, just blow up Emerald City, and you never even got there yet, you still was on the yellow brick road. So we blowing up Emerald City, blowing up the Wiz, and blowing up half the yellow brick road. So now you mad at us. But I love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Trump on fries. Nigga, I love it. Yeah. Right. African proverb said, the moment the caterpillar thinks it's the end, all is the moment that it turns into a butterfly. Yeah. 7-day theory. Here we go. Man, ain't it overdue? Ain't it long overdue? And it don't mean like it's gonna happen the way I'm saying it, because I know it's a process. But once you see one domino tip over on this side of grace, it's a wrap. The whole domino effect, the whole chain reaction. One is going to affect all of them. What's going on with this Diddy stuff is going to affect all of them. Do you hear me? What they're doing right now with this Diddy business is directly affecting all of them. Watch. That also is true with the podcast game. Any foul slander, anybody that been on here slandering and foul and mess and, creating chaos and all that, all of them is connected. God has them all connected, tied together at the neck and the wrist. They don't even know it. Whatever happens to one is going to happen to all of them. Whatever happens to one is going to happen to all. Watch. Yeah. Watch, we're going to start calling some shots now. We're going to start exercising our little rod since we've been disciples. We've been disciples of the real Jesus, the manifestation, the provable Jesus in your midst. So we're actual disciples, and we actually have a rod from the God, you know what I'm saying? And as the Jesus graduates and departs from among us, then we also graduate. So if we was really true disciples and he is who we say he is, then it is what it is. Right? If it's not the end, if we're not living in the end and these characters ain't who we say they are, then and my God ain't real, and I'm just lost and I wasted my life. You hear me? I'm not delusional, right? If everything y'all been hearing us talk about is not true, then I wasted my life, right? If this ain't the end, if all these things and all these shots that been called by Minister Farrakhan and by us who follow him, and those of us who say we follow him and we're disciples, if he's not who we say he is, that means the God ain't who we say the God is. That means we ain't who we say we are. Then we are lost, right? You ain't got nothing to worry about. You don't have nothing to worry about because it was all a scam. It was all false. But, and a big Sir Mix-a-Lot but, big but, and I cannot lie. If this is true, then all of them is in the worst trouble that any person or people could ever be in. All of them are in the worst trouble that any people could ever be in. They fall in the Judas category where it says, it would have been better if that man had never been born or had a stone tied around his neck, a millstone, and thrown in the bottom of the sea. That's how great of a mistake or an error that so many of our people have made with this man Farrakhan and with this nation and these FOIs and MGT. So we are about to see. We are about to see whether this is all fake and we're just wrong. And, I'll be the first to, okay, well, I'm lost. I'm just going to live out the rest of my life, in shame and exile or whatever, or you can take my life. Because if I've been believing this and pushing this time and it was false, I don't even want to be here no more. You can. I'll put mine on the chopping block. You can have mine. You willing to do the same though? Because like it or not, that's what you signed up for when you oppose and slander this. That's what you done signed up for, whether you know it or not. When you slander this, when you blaspheme against this, we willing to say, okay, we putting ours on the chopping block. Just because you're not saying you willing to, you are when you slander. You already did. It's already for keeps, whether you know it or not. Word is bond. We're going to hold you to your word, just like you hold us to ours. Yeah. Ahmad Jibril, off the subject, they almost got Netanyahu today. The resistance, militias, drone strike his primary residence. Yeah, it ain't. I'm a Muslim, right? So I can't get into all of that. But whoever is wicked, whether you call yourself a Jew or call yourself a Muslim or you call yourself a Christian, whoever you are, none of us is going to escape Allah, the real Allah and his real angels, his real warrior angels, his warlords, his warlords. Nobody's escaping. So I ain't going to point out no specific names of no people and nothing like that. We're just going to keep our eyes open because the man of God already spoke it. I ain't finna say nothing different or nothing extra or whatever that he ain't already said. I'm just going to echo what you heard him say. And if you didn't hear him say it, you're going to hear me say it. But it's not going to be coming from me. I'm just telling you what he said because you didn't hear it. Right. Yusuf, thank you. Yusuf, check out the ionic colloidal silver. Anybody whose orders, a lot of orders that have been delayed or whatever for a few weeks now. Any delayed orders that I got, still got to send out this week, I'm going to add at least 1 or 2 bottles to your order. just for the delay. There's been a lot going on with the 2 hurricanes and the mail and the shipping and the strikes, the strikers and all that. So, and my website. So it's all kind of little effery trickery going on, but I ain't forgot about you. I'm on top of it. westcoastcam.com. Yep. But yeah, so the trickeration that's going on with the election business. I'm just going over things. Just like, I don't know if y'all seen The Godfather, forgive me, I keep on going over this, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to, no, don't worry, Pop, I got it. Don't worry, bro, I got it. I just got to keep going, so many people be careless. I spend my life trying not to be careless and letting you be careless. So I'm going to go over these things over and over, while y'all read the funny papers, while y'all read the social media. Mustafa Jacob, any advice on staying consistent in one's craft? It depends on what your craft is. Is it witchcraft? It depends on what craft it is and who it helps. Is it a craft that's for you? Is it a craft that's benefiting our people, our society? It depends. That's too broad. Health, any health questions? It's a lot of, we did hit this cold and flu season. There's some new strains of, viruses out here. I don't know if any of them hit your household yet. Has any of these new strains hit your household? And if you took the Fauci juice, are you finding certain complications and certain flu-like symptoms or cold-like symptoms is sticking a little harder and, hitting you harder than they ever hit you before? Is that happening? Can anybody bear witness that's happening? What are you going to do about it? What should you do about it? Are y'all aware of anything that can help decrease the spike protein count and all that type of business? Are y'all familiar with nattokinase? And those little things like that. Fasting and herbal remedies been coming in handy by the grace of Allah. Yeah, definitely fasting. How many of us got the discipline to fast though? How many of us actually has the discipline to fast? How many of our sisters, more people is taking Ozempic and getting BBL surgery and fake tea, whatever that little, than fasting, right? More people is cheating than disciplining themselves, right? So that's letting you know where we headed. That's letting you know the majority of the population of our people is headed. We chose cheating. We chose cheating over discipline, right? How many of us is really going to fast? How many of us have already mastered fasting? How many of us has already made fasting our regular lifestyle, made that our norm? Yeah. Mustafa, have you ever heard of ashwagandha? Yeah, I got ashwagandha. That's allegedly good for different things, for male testosterone and male, stamina in different areas. I don't know. I haven't really heard what good it is for women, but yeah, I'm aware of ashwagandha benefits for men. But no matter what we take, drink, it still comes down to what we do. What we do. Why fast if you just going to the strip club? You know what I'm saying? I'm a vegan, but I'm a stripper vegan. It's like, what's the point? What's the point? You trying to be healthy to do what? If you're trying to be healthy to do something mischief instead of making war with the beast and getting in the real war of righteousness, why do righteous discipline if you're working for the devil? Why do righteous discipline? You may as well freak off and get the fake surgeries and cheat on everything because you're on the devil team. King Z, I fast all the time. That's right. Yeah, I mean, y'all see me, I got these little shirts on, whatever, but I ain't been eating. You know what I'm saying? So I've been on my little intermittent fast version, NOI, we only eat one meal a day anyway. But if the meal is just small, that's equivalent of fasting even more. So I've been eating one meal a day, but barely a meal, because I'm preparing my mind and body for some particular wars and struggles, you know what I'm saying, that I know I'm planting my feet for. So you got to get down to your fight weight, not to your cute trying to look cute weight. You know what I'm saying? You got to get back down to your fight weight. Fight weight don't look all buff and, handsome. Fight weight be, if anybody didn't know, if you in the combat, or if you ever had dogs or chickens or whatever, and you know what I'm talking about. Cousin Pookie on the couch did a bit of research on that EMR and such technology. That invention would be used as weapon of mass such and such, probably already has been. Yeah. They don't do something for nothing. They don't make stuff for nothing. I've been taking HCQ weekly from Dr. Stella on colloidal silver every day since the pan. Yeah, of course, yeah. Silver, from my personal experience, silver, garlic, and fasting. Silver, raw garlic, raw organic garlic, and fasting. And of course, just eating healthy in general, all organic, eating organic, not eating none of this processed poison, bioengineered GMO processed poison. Yeah, so that's really what we're supposed to be on. Amon, any techniques you can share for a bicep workout? Not nothing that you can't find anywhere else. Just, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're trying to bulk up, or if you're trying to get ripped or get cut, definition, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're trying to do it for actual fighting abilities, like it depends on what you're doing it for. So there's different techniques for different functions, for different reasons. But above all of that is diet. If you're just trying to look good or look a certain way, or have stamina, or have certain amount of oxygen or whatever in your muscles, fasting and organic lifestyle, organic food. Because the more you fast and the more organic that you eat, you don't even really have to work out much, because fasting and organic food is going to give you a natural definition, a natural muscle tone, with just very little working out. So if you eat like that and work out, then yeah, you'll be looking like a superhero or something. You'll be shredded. You'll be shredded. You'll be cut up. Yeah. Strength increase. Oh, for strength, not for look. Yeah, well, if you try, strength is just slow light reps, as many as you can do. Slow, light, so I don't know what your weight is or what you're used to doing, but just slow reps, you know what I'm saying? And you leaning over a little bit. You're not standing necessarily straight up, but you kind of tilting over a little bit at an angle. Let it go all the way down, let it come all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. And do it light, you know what I'm saying? And every day that you do that, the next time you do it, you're gonna get sore. Do like at least 7 reps, at least 7 reps, or 7 sets, I should say. And to where you barely able to do 10 a piece. Yeah. But the slower and the full motion, the slow full range of motion, don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. And don't try to hurt yourself neither. Like, don't try to max out, don't try to prove something like I got to do this much, I got to do this heavy weight. Like, no, you really want to be closer to calisthenic, like you working out with your own ratio of body weight. So you ain't got to overdo nothing. If y'all notice for strength, especially for warfare, if boxers don't really lift weights. They don't be buff. You know what I'm saying? MMA fighters or whatever, they don't lift weights. They lift their body weight. They do push-ups and pull-ups and so it don't require no heavy weights. It just requires no cheating, slow, full range of motion. No cheating. Do not cheat the reps. Do not cheat yourself. If you can't do it, then just don't do it, but don't cheat yourself. And that all is practicing discipline. That's all practicing mental discipline. You know how you be dreading, like, man, ain't nobody looking. I ain't finna, no, don't cheat yourself. That's when you really supposed to push yourself because it ain't nobody looking. Where they can be clowning you because your arms are shaking or because you yelling or you got snot bubbles in your nose because you're trying to get that last rep. That's when you really supposed to go hard. When you alone doing them push-ups by yourself, turn on some music or something like that, and do it underground. Don't go to the gym. All that gym, to me, all that gym is trash. That's all like you trying to show off like a strip club or something. That's weirdo stuff. Like if you don't have no place to go and you got to go to the gym, I mean, but if you got a little money or whatever and you got a room or you got a garage or something, do your thing in the backyard or in the house or in the garage. That's when you're going to really get it because you're doing it in your environment. You can do it any time of day, 2 or 3 times a day or whatever. You bored. Don't get on the internet and be scrolling, watching a little pornography, whatever. Like go work out. Go to war with your sculpt yourself. Go to war with your weakness. Create new habits. And you'll feel good. You know what I'm saying? Your body, you be thinking clear. You be looking in the mirror like, man, it's just too many benefits. But as soon as we get to thinking weak and looking at social media and comparing ourselves to this person and this person probably got surgery or this person on steroids and you trying to keep up with it, like you just going to drive yourself crazy. You're going to drive yourself crazy. So just focus on you. Do you with that personal discipline where, you don't want to do it, but then you tricking your mind. It's not even tricking your mind. You just reprogramming your mind to enjoy and appreciate the struggle, appreciate the pain. It's not, you're not sadistic, like you trying to hurt yourself, but you adjusting yourself like, okay, I see the value of this. I feel good when I'm sore. Like if I know I had a real good workout, like, man, I actually did that. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Supreme Self, for giving me the power and giving me the strength and appreciation to use my arms and legs and, stuff that everybody else take for granted. It's people that's handicapped, that's in a wheelchair, stuff like that. They would give all they have to be able to do one push-up that I'm taking for granted. I'm not doing because I don't feel like it. Like, nah, it's people that don't even got no arms and you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing mines for y'all. I'm working out for those that can't work out. There's so much to it. There's so much mentally and spiritually to it. It's a form of worship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Working out and exercise and taking care of your temple is part of your faith. It's part of your religion. This is the temple of God. And the God is inside of it. So the God is, you're going to only feel as good as your temple. That's hell. If you sick, you in hell. If you healthy, you in heaven. That's simple. If you're sick or ill, that's hell. If you're healthy, you know what I'm saying? That's heaven. Yeah. MP, the old heads swear by bar work when I was in the pen. Yeah, ninjas do be ego lifting in the gym. Yeah, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I can understand if you don't have no equipment, but shit, if you buying weed every day, or you going to the strip club, you buying cigarettes every day, buy you some like you say, some dumbbells, buy you a curl bar, buy you, you know what I'm saying, a pull-up bar, a dip bar or something. Just stay home and do it. So when people do see you finally come out and pop out on people or females or whatever, they're like, dang, bro, what you doing? You looking good, man. It ain't surgery. It's me. This is what I do in my spare time. I stay in shape. This is not a video game. You don't get no extra man. It's the only body you get. You let it go to waste. You complain about these females. Like we didn't let ourselves go. That's why I refuse, by God's permission. He blessed me for my body parts to still work. I'm gonna work them. I'm gonna make him proud. I'm gonna make my supreme self proud. So I still flip. I still know how to do gymnastics. I still hoop, still run, all of that. 55 years old. There's people that's older than me that do that also, but that's how you prove that you the fruit, the best part, the fruit of Islam, the fruit, the best part of submission, the best part of righteous discipline, because you the billboard. You got it to show. You know what I'm saying? You your first commercial. You the first commercial. Like, yeah, bro, man, you look good, man. How old are you? Oh, man, I'm 50. I'm 55 years old. 55. Yeah. Man, that's that Elijah Muhammad. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's that how to eat to live. That's that mental food, because it ain't just physical food. It's what do you believe? I believe that the original man and woman is Allah, is God. So I expect the best out of myself. I look at myself as a God. I'm not saying I'm the originator. Of course, I bow down and pray and submit to the originator, but he made me a reproduction of himself. So what do I look like wasting his work? How do I look like I get another life, like I get another man, I get another body if I waste this one? No, this the only one I get. So watch me, Lord. Watch me, originator God. Thank you for giving me this form and giving us this form. Watch what I do with mine. Watch how well I preserve and improve mine and multiply mine without no cheating and no drugs and no poisons and all this old kind of stuff. And watch what I use my body for. I ain't getting in shape so I can go smash a gazillion females and leave them, send them to the Planned Parenthood with Kamala Imhoff and them. No, I'm going to be a husband. I'm going to be a good husband and a father and a grandfather and an uncle and a watch. That's what I do with mine. So all these niggas that, that make you think that you're supposed to be able to be a Diddy and party and freak offs and strip clubs and all of that. Look what's happening in there. This is what they choose to do with their body, with their gift. Look what's happening in their bodies. Look at these pandemics of ailments and diseases and all kind of stuff and just insanities that you got to do. Man, I messed around and looked on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, I don't even want to repeat this, but it's super savage. OnlyFans then turned into such and such hub, P Hub. OnlyFans and Twitter is like it just remind me of, I think it's the Book of Deuteronomy or something like that. Why and in Genesis where God just wiped out everybody. He just wiped out like, man, I'm gonna have to go on and hit the reset button on these ninjas, because this is too wild. This is too wild. And anybody can see it. I'm talking about the most savagery, like, damn, that's what you're doing with your body. Oh, wow. Yeah, you need to go. You need to go. Y'all need to go on and check on up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And niggas got the nerve to be talking about, you broke, or I need a man, or, man got to do this and a man got to do this. And this what you doing. Y'all on OnlyFans doing this. Y'all on Instagram, and every time you hit the search page, all you see is they set a camera up and then back up and show their little monkey and show they look like that's what you got a body for. That's what you doing with God's gift, huh? That's what you doing with God's temple. Yeah. So I already know what time it is, so that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, because we chose this. We chose this. It's not that we deceived and we didn't know better. We chose this. Yep. MP, right. Another trick is abs in the morning before you eat. Yeah, right. The ab wheel before breakfast. Yeah, just make that your lifestyle. Just make that your lifestyle. Bottom line, just make it your lifestyle. It ain't no certain time that is the wrong time to do it. If you bored, if you stressed out, if you're going through something, all of them is great reasons to go work out. There's great reasons to do some push-ups or go jog and do some sit-ups, go do some dips, do some burpees if that, do something that makes you tired, you know what I'm saying? Because it makes you sleep. Something that's gonna make you be able to sleep and rest because you didn't really put some work in. You benefited your health, even though you was stressing and you didn't want to do it, especially if you got a heavy bag, like if you box at all, or you know what I'm saying, you got that kind of equipment in your garage, man. Them be the most sane people. Them be the most calm, sane, even mentality people because they know how to, let that steam off with exercise. Yeah. Ahmad, do you think Kamala married that dude because the sorority group she belongs to told her to do so she can get in power and old boy's money? Nope. Nope. I don't. That's not what I think. Terrence Love, as a man, it's our obligation to be in shape, right? As a protector and provider, absolutely. At 50 years old, I bought push-up bars 5 years ago in private. I do 5 sets of 60 push-ups every day, no matter what. That's it right there. That's my religion. What Terrence Love said, that's my religion. Especially if you ain't got nothing to do. It don't mean that it's gonna be easy when you first do it. Do it in private, do it in secret. Just do a little bit every day. Just do something every day. You know what I'm saying? Upper body workout might not be your thing. You might hoop. You might like to run or something. You might be, somebody that likes sit-ups or crunches or abs is your thing, whatever. Do something every day. Do some type of exercise every day. Just make it your norm. Just like you eat, just like you shower. It's like you on your phone or whatever. You be on your phone for an hour a day or more. Work out for 30 minutes a day, at least. Work out for 30 minutes a day and make it a real full workout to where you soar. Like you really pushing the limit. I ain't talking about you got to work out heavy, but work out, even if you're working out light, work out thoroughly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make it a real workout where it's hard. It's hard to get through. You didn't did 30 reps, you know what I'm saying? But it's light, but you did 30. Like make it difficult. Make yourself sore. And every day that go by, you're gonna be looking at yourself in the mirror. You're already gonna be feeling different. You're gonna sleep better. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna set your metabolism. It's gonna set your appetite. It's gonna have your body calling for the right nutrients. You might not never crave no vegetables, but then you be like, man, I got a taste for some broccoli, man, or some cauliflower, or something like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's your body is telling you what it needs based on this new regimen that you put it on. It's a win-win, man. It's a win-win situation. And they already trying to, they're using poison, that's their weapon now. It's not bullets and guns and bombs. It's food. It's food and drink. That's how they getting us up out of here. That's how they getting us up out of here. The casualties of war right now was from food and drink. And from Planned Parenthood, of course. Ain't nothing down there fading the Planned Parenthood weapon. Yeah. It's a lifestyle, bro. Been doing this for 10 years now. I feel empty when I don't work. Absolutely. Man, I feel like a straight crackhead. I feel like a loser. I feel like a straight loser when I don't work out. Yeah. I be having my reasons, but I still feel there ain't no excuse. You tell that to your muscles. You tell that to your body. Like, man, you ain't got no excuse. You're starting to get flabby, looking like Larry Holmes. You better get to it. Yeah, calisthenics every day. Yeah. You're gonna only get out of life what you put into it. So if we half-assing with working out, we half-assing relationship, half-assing business, we gonna get what we put into it, no matter what. So if we know the discipline to put into sports or working out, then we should also put that discipline into working out mentally and spiritually, working out with emotional, relationships, working out with parenting, or all of it is the same discipline. It's all the same discipline. It's all mind discipline. Yeah. Let me see. I got to put this up in here. So, station identification break. Hit the like button, subscribe button. The like. I got to get rid of this little blurry background. I guess I got to go into my settings. I must have hit something. Yusuf Arline Cam, you need to clip that conversation on live with you and Gooch. Bagging on James. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I forgot about that. I'll be running my mouth with y'all so much. Yo, you know what's crazy? We get on our feelings about a federal such and such ban or not, but it's crazy to me that we need the government to tell us if that's right or not. Nah, we don't need that. We just using that as a scapegoat. We using that as an excuse to think that we can tell God, well, the government said it was okay. They tricked me. God ain't falling for that. You know what I'm saying? We think we can finesse God and his angels. That's why we're doing that. We think that misery loves company. We think the more company that we got in hell, the easier it's going to be on us. We think the more people that share in our punishment is going to make it easier on us. It's actually going to be worse. That's crazy. But we'll see. And that's why I don't really like pushing that. I don't like reminding us of that level of crime, but I'm forced to. The rebellion and the boldness and the just utter apex of disrespect that so many of our sisters is doing now against us, that it forces me to pull out that joker, that high joker. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so Diddy's a monster, huh? Oh, so your baby daddy's a monster, huh? So he did you wrong, right? Did he do you more wrong than you did your unborn child? You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit them because it's rampant, and they rampant with they accusations. They rampant with they bold, delusional, denial accusations as though they ain't did far worse than you do. That's that's why you have to have a sword. You know what I'm saying? And a flaming sword at that. It ain't just a sword now. We have to have a flaming sword, a fire sword that we got to strike back with. Because if you don't, man, they gonna overrun you. They outnumber you. They gonna gang up and overrun you. You have to have a divine flaming sword of conviction that you can hit them with. If you ain't got that, that's your ass. Your ass is grass. They gonna do you like Jesus. They gonna say crucify him because they outnumber you, and you told them the truth. They're not gonna hate you for no other reason that you just told the truth on them. You exposed their hypocrisy. You exposed that they was the greater monsters than the ones that they was accusing of monsters. They was the throwing stones in glass houses. Let she that's without equal or worse sin cast the first stone at Diddy or your baby daddy or whatever dude that you complaining about. Well, my such and such did this to me when I was little. Okay, what did you do to your child when it was little? You know what I'm saying? So if y'all don't know how to wave that sword, I don't just use it out the gate. I use it when I see somebody coming for my neck. Like, oh, you gonna really just do me like that? Like, old boy hopped on here when I first got on here talking about some rat. Like, that's just like calling me a Edo, Edo file. It's like, what? Oh, I may as well go on and do you all because you trying to set me out there like that. Like, oh, all right. That's how these females are. They coming straight for the jugular, off the rip, off the porch. So you got to let them know, oh, I got this. You want to talk? You sure you want to have a public conversation? You sure you want to publicly accuse me or something? You sure you want to do that? I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you what I got. I ain't gonna swing it at you yet. I'm gonna give you one last chance. You sure you want to talk that kind of ish? All right, let's go. And they be thinking that you bluffing until you make an example out of one, until you decapitate one so horrifically in the public, then they're gonna get the message. That's why this channel and said it didn't grew about 2,000 or 3,000 followers in the last month or two. It ain't been women followers. It ain't been sisters following. You know what I'm saying? They know better. They know better. Left Lane Hip Hop. Hop on here with me. I think we were supposed to be getting it in on some subjects, right? Let me copy this link because I've been on here an hour and 7 minutes, 107, basically. So, do me the respect of talking to me live. Do the respect of talking to me live, Left Lane Hip Hop. They go to StreamYard link. Get on here and let's address this question. Left Lane Hip Hop, do you think it's time to drop the labels on groups such as NOI, Israelite, Christian, etc.? Stop the who's right and who's wrong conversations and unite? Get on here and ask me that. I want to see what you look like and sound like when you ask me that. Nate the Greatest, peace. Because it was some slick little suggestions in that Left Lane Hip Hop. So I want to see what you look like. I want to see and hear what organization or what history of unity with Black organizations that you have, and why you're worried about titles, or why you're claiming that we're worried about titles. I don't know what we're really saying. So instead of typing, don't type me your explanation. Hop on the live and talk to me live, man to man, and let me know exactly what you mean. Please don't type your explanation. And then after that, I'm going to get off of here. Left Lane.
Yo, what up? Salute. Yeah, man.
Go ahead. You got the flow.
Yeah, I've been trying to catch you, man, a few times, man. But every time I got a lot of stuff going on, so it'll be hard for me to. You can hear me, all right?
Oh yeah, I hear you.
All right. Yeah, sometimes it'd be hard for me to catch you. Then sometimes when I do catch you, you're already building on something else, and I don't want to cut your wisdom, so I just, I let it breathe. But my last comment that I just dropped, I was saying, we got so much separation. We got so much separation with the different groups. I seen you talk with the Israelite brothers. I think I seen you talk with Captain Tazariak and different Muslim brothers, and then you got Christian groups and all these groups that we fall into as a people. And I'm just thinking, like, is it time for us to stop so much as focusing on? Because I hear you a lot when you will say like it'll be an Israelite or to be a Christian or whatever, and you say, do you believe in God or do you follow God? Then you're a Muslim. You see what I'm saying? And I think it's just that simple. I think it's just that basic. Everything else is just, I feel like, and my question would be, do you think it's time to stop focusing on those things and start focusing on, coming together as a whole?
Why did you say NOI first? Why did you list NOI first?
It just came to mind first.
So
it wasn't no particular reason. It wasn't nothing against NOI. It was just, It
Yeah, no,
just
I
came
get
to
it.
mind first.
No, it was just a question. I get it. So you do realize that me personally, I'm presenting the works, right? So
Yeah.
any time, exactly what you're saying, anytime that so-called groups or labels come up, it's because somebody else brought it up. Somebody else is restricting themselves to labels. We in the nation unite with everybody. Don't you know that?
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm not talking. I'm,
No,
I'm
no,
just.
you
I'm
said
talking
the
about as a
NOI.
whole.
You said the
Huh?
NOI. It says, do you think it's time to drop the labels on groups such as
Yeah.
NOI, right?
Right.
And then stop the right, who's wrong conversations and unite.
Right. Exactly.
So
Right.
who
So
has
I'm
the
not. But what
greatest?
I'm
Who
saying
has
is,
the, who,
what I'm saying is, I'm not directing that to any particular person.
well,
I'm
you
talking
are.
about as a
You
people.
absolutely are. You're directing it to the groups that got labels, right?
Right. Yeah. I'm saying I'm not directing to any one particular person. I'm saying.
We
You
got
understand what I'm saying?
you making it. You going somewhere else. You thinking that I'm in my feelings. I'm not in my. Oh man, I'm not in my feelings. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah. I don't know.
We
You can't
talking
catch.
about the group, right? So you have a problem with groups identifying themselves, right? And even if they didn't identify themselves by those names, they would still have to identify themselves by a name. So if we wasn't called the NOI or the Israelites or the Christians, we're gonna be called the black people that agree on whatever. It's still gonna be a label.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, like, when I hear a lot of these conversations, like, because I listen to a lot of these different, um, when I have time, I listen to a lot of these different guys on YouTube, different groups, and they do a lot of debating, right? And I don't see so much as I mean, I have seen some Muslim brothers up there debating, but I see they do a lot of debating. They debating this, or they debating this on the Bible. They debating that, this meant that, or this interpretation, or this precept, or this, and you know what I mean, as opposed to actually dealing with the issues, actually talking about the issues.
Does the
And
nation do
what I'm saying is, I feel
that?
like
That's what I'm saying.
those
For
differences. What's
example,
that?
does the nation do that? Or does the nation do the work and people say they're not going to join the nation because we believe this or we believe that? The nation ain't never saying we're not joining on with all these organizations. We the ones reaching out to them, but we identifying ourselves because we have the greatest track record of success with our people. So why would I try to come, you know, push something that I can't identify? I'm not going to identify the leader that made us successful or the doctrine that made it successful.
Well, I'm talking about the people. I'm
Well,
talking about the people. I'm talking about the people. I'm not even talking about just specifically the groups. Maybe the way I worded that made it a little confusing. I'm not talking about just the groups or the labels. I'm really talking about the people. So we could get down to, because again, I see so many of these debates online,
do you say the
but I don't
nation?
see a lot of the discussions about
Do you see
us.
the nation debating? Do you see any members of the nation involved in them debates?
I don't know if they in the nation or not. I've seen Muslim brothers debating.
Listen, brother, listen to me. You said NOI on your comment. Do you
Right,
see
because
the
I'm just
NOI
talking about labels.
debating? Brother, listen. Do you see the NOI falling into those categories that you're talking about?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I've seen Muslims brothers do debating. In fact, yeah, I did see a brother. I don't know if the brother is in NOI or not, but I think he said he was. He was a follower of Minister Farrakhan, but he fell off of that because he had some issues with Minister Farrakhan. But I guess he's in another
But that's
Muslim
not
group.
the NOI, right?
But right, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know who's who. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't really get into that like that. Like who's who? What's his affiliation? What's this? I'm listening to what they saying, what they talking about. You dig what I'm saying? Because
what about what they doing?
Yeah, and that too.
Why
Yeah,
even
that's
listen?
too.
Why even listen to people arguing instead of watching what they have built, what they're doing?
Yeah, that's too.
I mean,
yeah,
not
that's true.
That's supposed to
I'm
be the
just talking
only
about
thing.
one specific action, though. I'm not talking about their work. So I'm talking about one specific action. I'm saying that it's a lot of a lot of energy that goes on these YouTube pages of different conversations about different things, and that's cool. But I don't see a lot of actually talking about us and different things that we can do. You dig what I'm saying? So let me just say like this, right? So I rock with certain people on different YouTube pages, and I support their page, right? Because I feel like, I feel like everybody should. I think if people are watching you and they getting information from you, then I think they should support your page, help you grow, help you to do the work, right? So when I look around for people that I like to watch or I want to invest in, or whatever the case may be, it's like it's an element that's missing. The discussions about the different beliefs and all that that's cool too, because I learned a lot from that. But what I'm talking about is people that's not even in the groups that's watching this to get information. They not even into what you're talking about. I'm not talking about NOI or even any particular group. I'm just saying the conversations that they're having, these debates. If you're not in that realm, if you're not in that, you're not in those groups, or you're not in that realm, you're not really getting much from that. But you still black, and you can still learn something from, from these groups. Now, like I said, I don't know who's in what group, but that was just my question, is that, do you think it's time to focus more on the people, and what we dealing with, and I get the NOIs put a lot of work in, I get that, and other groups as well, I get that. But I'm saying, as far as the dialogue that goes on the thousands of hours of dialogue that goes on YouTube, but it's very little of it is talking about what we need to do, what we can do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't watch, maybe you're not seeing what I'm saying.
You've been saying the same thing for 3 or 4 minutes. You just said the same thing over and over. And
because it seems like you misunderstanding me. It seems like you misunderstanding me, because you spent the first 3 minutes harping on the NOI thing when I wasn't. That wasn't my point.
What's your name, brother?
What's that?
What's your name?
My name is Wayman. That's my real name, Wayman.
Right. So it's not Left Lane Hip Hop, right?
Nah.
Left Lane Hip Hop.
That's my clothing line.
Label, right?
What's that?
Left Lane Hip Hop is a label, right?
Right.
So how else are you going to identify a group or organization if you don't label it?
See, that's why I keep talking, because I think you still not that's my point right there, is the label. Like, what I'm saying is, let's not discuss the labels. Because that's go ahead. What'd you say?
I said, who's discussing the label? We're discussing the work. We have works. We don't talk about the label until somebody else tries to ish on the label.
Yeah, I feel like maybe you missing what I'm saying, or you missing my point, because I'm not speaking on the NOI or their works. What I'm talking about is, we have a lot of very highly intelligent brothers on YouTube right now, right? Because that's the new entertainment now.
They unite. You saying they don't unite because they don't like the labels?
Exactly. They don't because these brothers are coming together.
Intelligent, brother. They're not intelligent. If they get hung up on a label, they're not intelligent. They're not worth uniting with.
Right. That could have been the answer from the very beginning. But that's what I was getting at, is that I hear these debates from these brothers who I see, I feel like they intelligent. But instead of talking about the issues that we facing as a people, they do more back and forth.
Then that's not intelligent.
What's that? Well, I mean, there's different types of intelligence. I wouldn't say that they're ignorant. You know what I mean? I mean, they, obviously they put a lot of effort into studying what they study.
Bro, listen to your own complaint. You sitting here, you talking a lot, and you're complaining about people complaining, right? And then you're saying they're intelligent for not doing what they're supposed to be doing. How can they be intelligent? How can you say that's intelligent?
Well, what is it that they're not supposed to be doing? Because I don't see how you jumped over to that. And I still feel like you missing I still feel like you missing my point. I feel like you want to turn it into an argument when it really was just I was actually just looking for your opinion on it. But what I'm and the reason why I keep saying it over and over, because every time you speak on it, it to me it sounds like you're not touching on what I'm saying. That's why I keep reiterating it.
I have it pinned, bro. Look at the screen. I have the literal words pinned, and that's why I asked you to come on. So if you meant something different than what you typed, which you didn't, you're saying exactly what you typed, and it don't make sense. You claiming that I don't understand. I clearly understand.
Nah, because the reason why I'm saying you understand the words that I type, but you don't understand the reason why I type them. Because again, what I'm saying is that all of these dialogue that go on YouTube, I'm assuming you watch some of these brothers too. Do you watch some of these brothers?
Not at all.
All right, that's cool. See, I watch some of these brothers when I'm driving, I'm doing what I'm doing. So I might listen to them. And what I'm saying is I hear more back and forth or banter about specifics of this belief or what they interpreted this or that. I seen you and Captain Cesario when y'all did your live, and it was more into that, and this and that, and that's fine. That's fine.
Hold on. Look at me, bro. You said me and Captain Cesario was more into what?
No, I'm saying y'all was going. You was stating your position on certain things. He was stating his position on certain things. When I thought that would have been because their group do a lot. They do a lot of things as well. You know what I mean? Things that I follow them brothers, and of course the NOI do a lot of things. But it would have been good to hear, that dialogue more so than because again, a lot of the people that's watching it don't believe what either one of y'all believe in. But that don't mean that we still can't learn something, or you understand what I'm saying?
Not at all. I don't know what you said.
Well, I guess I'm wasting your time then, brother. Because I was just looking for your opinion.
The noise down in the background, because it's hard for me to even understand what you're saying.
That's why I was asking earlier when we first started if you could hear me.
I hear you, but it seems like you don't hear me.
Like it's possible. That was a tremendous.
Yeah, I was watching the game. Nah, go ahead.
So you saying that me in a conversation with Brother Tazariak was full of label type stuff, or we was talking about substance, or I don't understand what you said. What
I'm saying is it would have been good to have, once you get YouTube, because I know you've seen a lot of people that's how y'all got together, was because a lot of people were saying, yo, y'all brothers should rap or whatever. And I think it would have been a good opportunity, like you was talking about the works. I think it would be a good opportunity to talk about those type of things and other things that we could do on a day-to-day. Huh?
We did talk about that. I don't understand.
Maybe I didn't catch the whole live then. Maybe I didn't catch the whole live. But again, I'm not directing this towards you or any one particular brother. I'm speaking in a general sense.
I'm not taking nothing personal, bro. I'm trying to understand exactly what your complaint is. Like you saying, who's wrong instead of saying who's right and who's wrong. That's exactly what you're supposed to do, right? Because somebody is right and somebody is wrong. Somebody's way is better. Somebody's way is worse. Somebody is more successful. Somebody is less successful. So the nation don't do that. Like you said, you probably, this your first time. I don't know nothing about Captain Tazariak. I never met him. I never talked to him. I never watched him. If he reached out for me and says, some of my brothers that claim to be Hebrew Israelites was getting at you, and they didn't really know what they was talking about. Can we holler? Yeah, we can holler. Yes, sir. Right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no debate. And once I found out that he was on the Bible, he was on the Bible.
Right.
Like, okay, well, I don't believe in the Bible like that, but I'll let you say to the people what you believe that means. That it don't mean that to me, but okay.
Right. Right. No, I mean, that's cool. But again, what I was talking about more so was how you were talking about the works, but also more so, like I hear you talk about the health and the working out and stuff like that. That kind of stuff to me is more pertinent, because that's information that I think we could use as a whole, right? As a, as a whole.
Opposed to what?
And again, because some of us don't even believe in, some people don't even follow, either the Israelite way or the Muslim way or whatever the case may be. But that don't mean they can't still get jewels from you. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. So you familiar with what I do
So
for a living?
So what I'm saying is those type of conversations, I feel like we need to have more of brothers like yourself and other brothers to give that balance. You understand? Now it's fine for these other brothers to debate.
Are you familiar with what I do for a living or what I've done for a living for the last 30-some years?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Right. So that's the work. That's the job. As much as you don't want to hear about how we fulfill divine prophecy that from the oracles and the scribes and the prophets of our original black fathers and mothers from thousands of years ago. You might not want to hear it like that in Bible form. I say that in rap form or street form. So my job and my gift is to tell those type of stories that we're not interested in hearing from our grandfathers and grandmamas in church. I'm saying exactly the same thing, but I'm saying it with in an entertaining street style. That's my mission. That's my assignment.
No, I dig it. I dig it. So you don't agree with my question? Is that what you're saying?
No, yeah, I definitely don't agree because you suggested that it was something wrong. You suggested that we was banging labels.
See, that's why I keep saying I feel like you misunderstanding what I'm saying when you say stuff like that, because that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is when I mention the labels, what I'm talking about is the dialogues that I see that we see a great deal of on YouTube.
You don't see the NOI. You shouldn't have put the NOI in there on the list because you don't see no great deal of dialogue with the NOI.
Because the NOI is a label. I'm not even talking about Israelites specifically. I'm just talking about the information, the dialogues that they have. Go ahead, bro. I see you got your hand
up. Thanks for your permission to speak, young man.
You got it, bro.
I wasn't here, so can you please ask the question again so I can maybe hear how it sounds or how you said it, please?
Where it's on the screen, it says, do you think that it's time to drop the labels on groups such as the NOI, Israelite, Christian, etc.? Stop those who's right and who's wrong conversations and unite. That was his question.
Okay, so let me ask you, young man, if you were to drop the labels, how would you identify the different groups?
Because that's exactly what I'm saying. My question isn't about a group or groups. What my question is, I guess you came in a little late, but what I'm saying is, so there's a lot of information on YouTube. YouTube is the new express information now, right? That's probably the new tool that everybody watches YouTube. My mom watches YouTube. So what I'm saying, the kids these youngsters watch YouTube. So there's a lot of conversations with some of these brothers that's on YouTube. But when I hear these conversations, most of the conversations is them debating one another on scripture or precepts or who, if it's Allah, if it's, Jehovah, if it's Yash, it's all of those conversations, which is cool. We need that too. But what I'm saying is I don't hear enough about the, like Brother Cam just said, the works, right? I don't hear enough. I don't hear a whole, and maybe it's what I'll be watching, but I don't hear a lot of these brothers having conversations about the works. I seen the other day, I think it was one of Israelite groups. It might have been Captain Cesaria's group, where they were talking about how these Haitian brothers wind up in Mexico, right? Or I think it was Mexico, and they were under some bridge in Mexico, and they were stuck there. Nobody was helping them. So a group of Israelite brothers found out about this, and they went there to go help these brothers, to go help these Israelites. I mean, to help these Haitians. They brought them food, water, diapers, pampers, so forth and so on. And this happened years ago, but I had never heard that. I never heard that before. Like I never heard, these things before. So what I'm saying is, instead of having, if there's I feel like it should be more of a balance. Well, actually, my opinion doesn't matter. I was asking Cam, if he felt like it should be more of a balance. That's basically what I was saying.
Okay, and you know, I know Cam pretty well. So let me ask you: you like hip hop, right? Is it smart to say that you like hip hop?
Yeah.
Okay, give me your top 3 artists that you might like or listen to.
Man, I would say Redman is probably one of my top guys. I'm from Jersey.
Okay.
Probably all mine probably gonna be from Jersey. Tretch, you know, I like, you know.
Okay, so being that I have friends in East Orange, 118, 19, off of Park Place and all that, Double I.
Yeah.
Do you understand that Naughty by Nature is a label? And the
Yeah.
reason you're able to say Tretch and Naughty by Nature because you like that particular label. So when you hear a song and somebody's dope, you're like, who's that? And they're like, oh man, that's Redman. That is his label. When you hear that particular song, oh, that's Tretch. Or when you hear Rock This Funky Joint, Play Righteous Teachers, all those different people represent a label. Yes, they're all doing the same thing. They're rapping. They're in something called hip hop, right? The same thing that Cam is doing. Cam is a label. The NOI is a label. The FOI is a label. Christians, that's a label. They all have their labels. So it's very important to have a label so you can distinguish who is who.
And if you don't like that channel, you can change it. Like, you can't come to me expecting me to be Tretch. I'm not Tretch. I don't do Tretch style. I don't have Tretch, you know, assignments or nothing like that. My favorite rappers are from Jersey.
Right.
My favorite rappers of all time is
Poor Righteous Teachers.
Poor Righteous, no, and before that, Chill Rob G.
Chill Rob G.
That was my favorite rapper of all time.
Right.
But I don't look to him for what I look to Ice Cube for. You know, I don't expect him. He need to rap more like Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? I know how to listen to Chill Rob, and I know how to then go over here and listen to, and then I'm gonna make my own style based on both of them. I'm gonna get the both of. So I'm not childish enough to say I can't listen to you because you don't sound like Cube. I can't unite with you because you're not rapping like Chill Rob G.
Right. That makes sense on why labels are somewhat important. That's why when you watch a basketball game, everybody doesn't have on the same jersey because other people will be confused on who the ball goes to. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody got their role. Everybody play their role. So this is our role. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like the NOI is, you know, they cover certain subjects that you more interested in, or that you more that's why we're labeled. That's why we have that label. But it's not about the label, it's about the work. And anybody that you say you hear arguing is not the NOI. We don't be online arguing about that. We don't be online debating. We be in the streets with the people. So it's not us. So if you listen to somebody else talking about us, you're not listening to us.
And you being the consumer of all this information, because YouTube is very popular, you can take a little bit from the NOI, you can take something from this group and that group, and become the best you.
Yeah, and it's almost like what you said right there was almost my point, right? Because that's exactly what I do. I was talking more so about, and I see now why you hung up on me saying the label thing, but more so what I was talking about was conversations about us as a whole, right? Us as a group, what we should be doing I'm not talking about Cam, what you do or don't do, or whoever. I'm just talking about what I see. I'm talking about specifically what I see on YouTube. I see it's an abundance of people, and maybe they put a lot of studying in and they want to show their knowledge. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, I feel like, you know, we should have a balance, because again, everybody ain't gonna be you know, NOI or whatever. But like you said, you can get different things from each group. You can get different things, and like you said, become the better you. But if you're just debating about you know, who's God, or what, you know, what this meant in the Bible, or was Mary impregnated by God, or did she sleep with, you know, a man? Was she touched in the, you know, and so, you know, I mean, that's got its place, but I'm saying I hear those conversations or those debates in an abundance more so than I hear about the works. And again, I'm not talking about the NOI. I get you, you know, y'all, that's not what y'all do. y'all know online, but I'm talking about. My question was saying what's going on online right now. I see a lot of these brothers going back and forth, but I don't hear enough about, you know what I mean, these other intangibles, outside of that. So that's why I was asking, do you think it would be time to, like, I ain't gonna say fall back, but, maybe get some balance with it, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying?
No, absolutely not. That would be for the consumer to get his own balance. If you like vegetables, you go to the vegetable section, you put your balanced amount of vegetables in your cart, then you go over there to the dairy section. That's for you. You know what I'm saying? We are this section, we are this genre right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? We already working. We're the best fully. The Nation of Islam is the Nation of Islam. We don't participate in none of that stuff you were saying. You hear other people talking about that. If you hear us talking to Christians, it's because we're getting them out of the spook belief that they was born and raised in. If they believe they want to argue with us about their belief that God is a ghost or Jesus is white or whatever, then we're obligated to show and prove that's not accurate. But that's not debating back and forth, and that's how we became as strong and united as we are, by showing and proving. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not a part of are you a part of any black organization?
Nah.
Why not?
Well, I'm still trying to figure all that out. I came from a Christian background. My mom is a Christian. My brother, Christian, been he pretty much like a Bible scholar. But it's a lot. I have a lot of questions, a lot of things I don't agree with. Some of the stuff I do agree with. So I don't feel like I could just fall in just because my family or people I know is doing that. And then to say, I just haven't found
in your whole life, in your whole adult life. I'm assuming you over 30. You couldn't find no black organization to become a part of.
Nah. No, I'm saying I used to be a Christian. I was a Christian. Like I came up in the church.
No. I'm saying that you chose, not that you was born into.
I did choose it. I chose it when I was older. Like I got older, and I've been on my own since I was 16. So I was in the streets early.
Christianity is not a black organization, brother.
Say again.
Christianity is not a black organization.
Well, I was a part of a church. So I looked at that as an organization. I was part of a church. I wasn't just a Christian. I was a member of a church.
Brother. Let me ask you again, brother. Are you a part of, or have you ever been a part of any black organization?
Well, yeah, I put it so I was a Thunder Guard. I don't know if you're familiar with the Thunder Guards or not, motorcycle club. So, it's an all black motorcycle club called the Thunder Guard. So I used to ride bikes. That's about it. Like outside of that, nah, I haven't been in no groups. Okay, you know what I mean? Like I haven't been in groups.
Based on your comment to me, what type of organization do you think that we was not supposed to use labels about? What a bike organization, or what type of organization?
I mean, you asked me what type of organization. I'm telling you, it's one of the largest black bike clubs in the U.S.
Listen to me. Based on your own comment about we don't supposed to be using these labels, was it because of a bike organization or rap group organization, or was it a specific type of identification that you said we shouldn't maybe use these labels about?
That's why I keep saying, like,
people uniting on what?
See, that's why I keep saying, man, I think you
listen to
I don't know if it's just an argumentative nature, because I'm not talking about the labels.
I'm holding you to your words, brother. Just calm down. I'm holding you to your words. You're supposed to be more responsible with your words, especially if you're in public suggesting that we're doing something that's
I didn't suggest anything. I asked you a question. I was asking you, and I clarified exactly what I was asking you. What I was basically asking you was, instead of these, all these, that's why I mentioned the labels, because that's what happens is these different labels will go back and forth. And when I say labels, I'm not even just talking about, I'm talking about within the same group. Like they got different labels on different Israelite groups, and they go back and forth. So what I was saying was, do you think it would be more beneficial to fall back on some of them conversations and start having more conversations about us as a people, and instead of this person believe or what they believe, but I'm talking about us as a people.
You're just rambling, brother. Why haven't you been a part of a black organization?
I just haven't been a part of one.
Then why are you telling me what we probably should do?
What part of what I said that I was telling you to do something? It was me asking you a question. So how did you turn a question? How did you turn a question into me telling you to do something? I was asking your opinion.
Read the comment. It's on the screen. Read your comment. Read your words.
Right. I asked you, do you think? Like, do you? I'm asking your opinion.
Read your words.
I don't have to read my words. I'm telling you what I said. I'm telling you what I meant. If you misunderstood, I clarified it. I'm not talking about the label specific. Like I'm talking about the conversation about us. I'm talking about it's a lot of dialogue back and forth about what this person believe, who believe this. I'm saying, do you think
it's the nation? It's not the nation. You keep.
I'm not talking about the. I'm not talking. All right, Ken, man. All right, bro. All right, bro. I got to roll, man. I got to roll. I got to get up early in the morning. I got to hit the gym, and then I got to get to work. I got a lot.
All right, peace, brother. Because that's just a lot of filibustering talking. That's just a lot of noise, bro. But I wanted to catch him for the longest. I wanted to catch him on here for the longest. What's up, Kim? Peace to you, brother.
All right. Come on, brother Ken. How you doing today?
What's your thoughts, man, on what you heard?
Well, if I get right back to the question, do you think it's time to drop the labels on groups such as NOI, Israelite, Christian, etc.? Stop the who's right or wrong conversations and unite. You got to do a lot of reading between the lines, that even to try to entertain that question. It is confusing. But if I took if I just tried to look on the optimistic side and entertain the question, it would be he said something about the people. He's talking about the people. So is there some sort of categorical imperative outside of the normal labels that's supposed to unite the people? If there was, if there was, then I would say, okay, maybe it is time. If that was the case, if there was something like that, some sort of categorical imperative that just automatically united all the different groups and labels, some type of underlying current that connected all the different religious and philosophical structures. But there isn't.
So look at the question. Like, that's why I put stuff out like this, and that's why I lure and invite people on that make comments like this. Bro, been making different type of comments over the past few days, but just the question. Like, we're scientists. We know we look into the motive, and what's being said by asking the question in the first place. Do you think? If you ask me, do I think? That means that's what you think. Do I think it's time to drop labels such as the NOI? Why did you say NOI? Why did you just say the Israelites or the Christians? Why did you say NOI first, knowing that you're talking to an NOI? But then when I press you and say, well, the NOI don't be having them kind of debates and conversations online. Well, I'm not talking about the NOI. Well, now you backpedal. Now you lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you're talking about stop the who's right and who's wrong conversations. Okay, well, if we not guilty of that, why did you put the NOI label on there and attach that to it, the question? You know what I'm saying?
Then the goalpost got changed, and he said, well, maybe I asked the question wrong. Maybe I'm talking about the people. So it went to a completely whole different question, the way that I was hearing the conversation. He started talking about, well, I'm just talking about the people, but then that means that the whole original question was non-cipher,
Absolutely. But I
and
like to get.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying this is what happens, and we got to tighten our communication up. But you know, you just don't get that out of a Cracker Jack box. You got to really refine it and do the work to tighten it. You know, as a people, you know, as brothers, you know, when we get into dialogue, you know, we're challenged to be able to look at the pluses and minuses and be able to speak rationally to each other, you know,
Right.
and yeah.
And I asked him, I literally, after all that, y'all heard, I mean, I don't know how long y'all heard, you know, people was
Yeah, I was
complaining, bro, you've
listening.
been talking for 2 hours straight. That's called filibustering. You just talking, saying the same thing over and over. And I'm trying to hold you to what's on the screen and what you wrote, as though you
Right.
explaining it different, and you just digging yourself into more and more contradictory hole. And then
Right,
after all that, I'm gonna ask you, like, okay, since you got so much questions about what black organization have you ever belonged to? Right? No,
right.
nothing, none.
There
Like,
is
why
no
would
black.
you
That's the
ask
whole
me?
problem.
Yeah,
There is no black organization out there. You know, it's like, how you gonna speak about black? It's like blackness as a color. You know, it's mystifying as it can be. Blackness as a color is not a good foundation to operate off of in regards to unity. I don't. How do you
um,
how is go ahead.
no, I'm about to say, Bill Bixby, hop on this live with me. You said that's Cap. NOI brothers have been on Sonetta debating plenty of times. Get on the
Oh,
live with me. Get on the live
oh.
with me. I'm not familiar with that. Get on the live with me. Say that's Cap. Anything that if you got something to say that I'm saying is Cap, get on the live with me right now and bring your receipts. Plenty of times. So let's define plenty of times. And who is these NOI brothers? Who is the NOI brothers? Do you know the NOI brothers are? Can you identify them? So that's what I want. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, Ken. You know what I'm saying? But
No, no. So I'm just
when I
building
see
the structure.
violations, I'm on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just building it. I don't see that's Narnia closet. You know, I don't see how you can drop labels and get into some spooky sort of way that we all gonna connect. You know, even if Cats is online debating and stuff like that. I mean, you can't just unify off of just amorphous black, and there's
Right.
no definitions. There's nothing to delineate and distinguish so that we can have a, you know, we can build off of it. You know, you it, it's Disneyland. It's happy to think that we can all, as black people, you know, come together and unite
Right.
and not have no differences but
That's a way of a person trying to eliminate the military line structure. If you don't want discipline and if you don't want authority over you, you say stuff like that. So we're gonna just tear down our whole successful chain of command authority structure,
and just
military
do it
line
in there.
structure,
Just
so
do it
you
in
can
there.
join. So you
Yeah.
can join. So you can feel like, you know, we're saying well balanced, you know, we're representing black, you know, unity, well balanced, when you never joined nothing in your life. You never been a part of no organization in your life already.
Right. Even if I gave even if I give the benefit of the doubt in regards to just listening to the conversation, you know, I would say, could it turn individuals off who are seeking, like he probably is? Could it turn individuals off to see individuals going back and forth? You know, and yeah, I can. But that's, like you said, that's for the audience. That's something that they got to deal with. That's for the consumers. They got to be able to straighten that out and figure out what they want to do, and
Look at
not
this,
let
look at this, look at this excuse. This is the person that said that's Cap. You call what I'm saying Cap on live while I'm talking. I'm calling you out like a man, and you say I'm on the clock. I can't go live.
That's because
You know
individuals
what?
be
You're not on the clock. You on the block. You just won a VIP pass to the block party. Gooch the Great got a VIP pass for you to the block party. Beat it, weirdo. That's what we doing.
right. It's just yeah, but that's the whole thing that happens with communication. You know, individuals, can individuals get turned off, you know, looking at two individuals argue about something when all they want to do is really plug into the unity, however that's going to happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
that can
But
happen.
why would you spend so much time watching arguments instead of watching
That's
brothers
a
like
good point.
in the street and on the corner, you know what I'm saying? That's mixing and mingling with our people. Like, why are you on the internet? Why are you a couch potato on the internet? Why you ain't in the streets where we at?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, if there's no healthy frame of reference to operate off of, you're probably gonna dibble dabble in chaos.
But you see, I know how to ask questions. I let you run all that rambling, and then I'm gonna just shut you down with what black organization are you a part of, or have you ever been a part of? And you seen that answer, right?
Right.
I'm Christian. I was born Christian is not a black organization, bro. Oh, I'm a motorcycle. I was a motorcycle. Okay, so you got on here because I'm sure your motorcycle group had a title, had a name, but so you just gonna randomly just say, okay, motorcycle group qualifies for as a black organization for the context of what you got on here commenting and complaining to me about.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's the in the wilderness of North America, you're gonna find those, you know, that's not he's not the only individual that will present that way. You know, there's thousands of individuals, you know what I'm saying? That's my understanding of what's being talked about the 85%, you know, that the nation of the gods talk about. It's you're gonna have individuals that's gonna come asking why, you know,
Right.
and not have a healthy frame of reference to operate off of, and then you trying to use the English language and they tripping that, you know.
Yeah, that's just somebody that's looking for an excuse. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? If you're looking for an excuse to keep doing what you're doing, but act like you with the black cause, but you ain't risked nothing. You ain't risked joining no organization. Why haven't you just risked joining an organization? Like, well, you think it's supposed to be perfect for you? It's supposed to be laid out carpet and
mm,
rose petals and you know what I'm saying? It's
right.
supposed to be a warfare organization. Well, us that's trying to get together and unite for survival purposes, and it's supposed to be all flowery crystal stairs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Laid out just the way you like it.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's like. And what they do with NA or Alcoholics Anonymous, they got the stages of change. And the first part of the stage of change is pre-contemplative. Then the second one is contemplative, and then you're planning, and then you're working, and then you're maintaining your what you're trying to do. You know, your sobriety or whatever. You know, so it's similar in that sense. Some people is pre-contemplative, so they playing around with it. They're not really, you know. Committing to they feel the change, they toying with it, but they're not really committing to it, you know. And
Yeah,
so
and it's
yeah,
cool, but do that privately or personally. Don't get some big, public false BBL testicles and get on here with somebody that really do that. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
that's what's happening on the internet on so many different levels, you know, and individuals just giving themselves the right to just kind of just, you know.
Yeah, that's why Kendrick says sometimes you got to pop out and show ninjas. Like, let them get on. I've been trying to call dude out for the longest, for like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe longer.
Yeah,
And I just be patient. You're going to get comfortable. I'm going to lure you in. And that's what happened because I don't forget anybody that's slandering, everybody that's slick,
right,
trying to
right,
throw little slick shots and like that. I don't forget none of these characters. I just, be patient. I got real content to talk about. And if they show back up, I'll be nice and kind and invite them on. And then once
and
you
then
show
wham,
your face, you stepped in that bear trap.
right, right. Yeah, what's the Sunday night? What's the
Yeah.
premise? Are we
Yeah. Right
freestyling?
now. Yeah. It's just I'm talking about, knowledge of self. I would say God, but Sunday is church, but the real gospel is the good news of us poor righteous teachers. It's our time now, and the tables is being turned. So all the rich, famous sellouts and all of that left us for dead, or that act like we peons or peasants. It's time now for the tables to be turned to where now God is giving, or Allah, the Most High Supreme Self, is giving us the microphone or the voice or the sword, the flaming sword. So now our words cut.
Patiently.
Yeah. You know, it's our turn now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no
Right.
fun when the rabbit got to such and such. You know what I'm saying?
And no more homecoming king or homecoming queen like we in high school. You know what I'm saying? The best dressed and the most likely to succeed. You know, and
Right.
you know, this whole entertainment class. You know, trying to put themselves above everybody else and above the regular people on the ground level. It's all of that's being cleared out. You know.
Absolutely.
That's and so now, yeah, you who's gonna step in and hijack and take over the narrative? Because if you don't step in and take over the narrative, then some other buster gonna come in, side buster is gonna come in and take over the narrative, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
Ruben say salute, my brethren, my big brother Ruben. I find that most of our people, from our experience, you know, let's put it out there. Most of our people's aversion to real revolution is based on assumption that the such and such that this man's world will always be here for them to play around in. They don't believe that this is the end. They say, well, it ain't been destroyed yet, so it's not gonna be destroyed. So I'm gonna keep, my marbles over here in his camp.
Right.
I want to still be able to do what they doing, what the government saying is okay for them to do. I don't need to conform to the NOI and to their label and their military line structures and disciplines and chain of command. I think they need to dismantle all of them rules and all of that and do it my way, do my feelings way, do it the way that I like.
Yeah, the feelings way. That's what it is. The willy-nilly way. You know? Like there's some all-encompassing, comprehensive something that's gonna bring it all together, you know, and because we in the land of the free and the home of the brave, you know what I'm saying, that it's the American way, you know.
Yeah. And this is a dangerous time because these dudes, we know so many of our sisters is suffering from this, but the dudes is even suffering from this I feel, and I feel, bruh, your feelings
what do you think?
are of no value. We don't operate on feelings. Warfare and soldiers and enemies do not give a damn about feelings. Matter of fact, they give you feelings. They give you something to get feelings of, to get emotional about, so they can wipe your ass out.
Right. Or
Feelings. What are you talking about feelings
food,
for?
give you food that corresponds to those feelings. That's another thing too. You know, all the foods that we eat and that correspond to the emotions and the feelings. You know, the sweets and the candy and the sugar and you know, all the other type of stuff that they got going on out there to continue to perpetuate emotional eating.
Yeah. Like, and that means we don't want to acknowledge authority. It's always going to come down to an authority issue. I don't care if it's females looking towards black men or it's other black men looking towards black men. We have a huge problem with authority, the authority of a black man. That's the most feared and most despised, rejected, and hated concept on this planet, is the authority of a black man over us.
Right.
So since that's your problem, then you can stay over in your fantasy world where that authority and that military line type of organization don't exist, or you don't have to submit to it, and you stay there. We at the time where grace and asking and appealing, that's over with. Stay where you happy at. We're not changing for you. If you can't change for this, then stay where the hell you at.
It's the separating the wheat from the tare.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be no invisible holographic, you know, something that's gonna come and do it. You know, it's happening right now, real time on the ground.
When God let this beast all the way loose on these ninjas, then they're gonna see the value. I bet you they want to submit and obey and get in line then, and it's gonna be too late.
You said
Watch.
what they say, the gnashing of teeth. It's gonna be grinding and gnashing of teeth.
Yeah,
That's why all these anxiety disorders are at an all-time high.
yeah,
If anything is gnashing of teeth, that's real-time gnashing of teeth right there.
absolutely. And these are just the beginnings of sorrow. When he let his full wrath go, I ain't talking about the wrath of God. When we on that time down
Right.
here, but I'm talking about the devil is coming down on you having great wrath. You can't even take his wrath because God finna let this beast loose on these ninjas that want to do things their way and they independent. They don't follow no man. I gotta wait till this organization is right before I join it. No, you good. We good. We don't want you. We don't want you. Stay where you at. Prove that we wrong by staying away. So when you see the enemy really coming at us, and you be like, "Yeah, see, that's why they ain't join the nation because look how the enemy is getting at them now. Look how they getting." That's cool. We martyrs. We still ain't gonna feel like we made the wrong decision. We still a part of a brotherhood, and we enjoyed the heaven of brotherhood and camaraderie that you never enjoyed.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
But
real
yeah, I
talk.
mean to talk your ear off like that. Ken, I know you got
No,
some
man,
stuff
you know what I'm
to
saying?
say.
I'm just on here, like you said, you're doing with Candace Owens. I'm just, Cam talking about this. I'm gonna come in. I'm just gonna build and just, I'm gonna build with, with
Right,
whatever it is. If it's positive, definitely, I'm gonna keep building with it.
man.
What
So
this person
yeah, they say it's gonna hit a lot of these folks suddenly. They eating and drinking and being merry, but tomorrow they got to kick that bucket. And tomorrow is the reaper. But tomorrow is today. Tomorrow is today. Today is
I,
here.
I see it in these sessions that I do couple sessions, I do individual sessions, and like you said, it's rampant. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's people coming in there with some serious trauma and don't know what to do with it. They coming in the office like, I don't know what to do. Help me,
Yeah.
and I gotta find some clever way to get them to realize that, well, you was born with the help. You just ain't, you're not mindfully aware of it.
Yeah.
You got to connect with yourself. You can't. It ain't gonna come outside of you.
Man, so it's gonna come down to the proof is in the pudding. Who has the works? It's according to the Bible. Like I said, it's Sunday school. If you're not into that, then don't participate on this live. If you don't understand the concept of these Bible parables and these Bible stories that we using as context to tell real down to earth stories, then this ain't the place for you. I'm not the guy to listen to. You know what I'm saying? This is called Sunday night service for a reason because we bring in these Bible and Quran and all that concepts down to regular Black people of America earth. So you can see how they actually apply, how we fulfilling it. So if you don't believe in God or Jesus, just like brother yesterday, people, they going to claim everything. But once you hold them to the word and put the sentence of what their own Bible says, and then they get to dancing around and saying they don't say that, and I don't believe that's what it means, then we don't have nothing to talk about. We have nothing more to talk about.
There's only so far you can go with that. But yeah, I was feeling the conversation on the temple too. I do jujitsu. I've been doing that for like 10 years now and
Man,
compete stuff. But yeah, at 54 years old, that put me on a whole nother level. Just, all of my toes, my feet, my legs, my arms are strong. Everything is strong because I'm grappling real
yeah,
time with these young cats. You know what I'm saying? And
man,
and,
that
and
ain't
the
no joke.
cardio is crazy.
That ain't no joke.
And
That's
I got
a
into
real
it.
workout.
I'm glad I got into it late in my life because I got into it for spiritual reasons. I got into it for exactly what you was talking about earlier. I got into it for that. I wanted to put myself in a discipline. I knew it was going to be loose if I just went to the gym. It was going to be kind of loose, and I didn't want that. So I
Yeah,
knew if I was, and then it's expensive as hell too. So when I got in, I was like, I got to commit to this, and you got to work for it.
yeah, yeah. Here's the link, man. Anybody want to get on with us? You know what I'm saying? Y'all welcome to. Any comments, any questions, any problems? Maybe we can try to find some solutions, or at least drop some jewels or some seeds or whatever towards some solutions. If y'all might be lonely or bored or suffering or, you know, grieving, you know, that's what we here for, to try to be at least righteous company. Even though we rough and, you know, I talk rough and strong and firm, it's still with love and respect. You know what I mean? Because we've been pandered too much. We've been coddled and you know what I'm saying, enabled too much our feelings, worshiping your feelings. I do not care about feelings. I just gotta let you know that. I do not care about feelings. I care about truth and principles and wisdom being in time and on time. Firemen, firefighters, and police and all that don't care about feelings. Doctors and surgeons don't care about feelings. We care about saving the soul. We're trying to save the soul. However you feel about the way I save and shit, that's your problem. That's not my problem.
Well, on that note, man, I got a little sharing that I want to share, a little spoken word in the spirit of Gil Scott that I want to share.
Man, we all is. Let us have it, Kim.
Okay. Here it go. Pretentious people talking polywog propaganda. Periodically, I ponder the pose. Is darkness the void you chose? In light of that question, resurrection was the lesson for those chilling in the frozen section. Among some that succumb by neck swung and ropes hung from trees that blossom from blood running from the tongue. One root made he the tree forever severed in race clicks, plagued by the Mac 10 clip action. He laid undone by Crip, whom blood claimed was the tongue he was running from. And such was the case of a race manipulated and integrated into a quandary of crossing questions, requesting and successing rites of passage for fights and ass kicks in a concrete jungle made concrete by coalescing confounded and cockamamie criteria, mainly when we be hoes to guess and locked down dead. And blocks for gangs transgressing. Let's look at this thing called stress then. Being the malice we fling to the stars through smoke from a chalice, to maladjust our minds like minotaurs, to mentally mash like getaway cars. Damn. Proper dosage of the hocus pocus, exiguous like a fraction is the diagnosis for proper propagation of focus. The term abstraction is the closest. Hear ye quote this, polywog preacher, sincerely, frog teacher.
Man, damn. Damn.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That was dope. That was dope.
Yeah, super
yes,
dope.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Goose the Great.
Yes, sir.
Goose,
Yes,
where your tank top at? Where your black tank top at?
Oh, you know what? Let me do you right then, because I can tell you, my man. Hold on, I'm gonna represent for you. I'll get in a second. I just lined my hair up, so
yeah,
right.
Yeah. You know what? Let me do him right. Let me go get my black tank top because he represented with the palm. Hold on, I'll be right back.
No, y'all matching again today with y'all stretched out neck t-shirts.
Okay.
Right.
Let me help you some more. Okay,
we're doing it with the stretched out neck t-shirt.
Yeah, that's definitely, you know, that was a super pet peeve of mine. I'm grown now. I'm in my 50s, but Gucci tell you I would never tolerate necks that look like that on a t-shirt.
Let me tell you how bad this dude was. Somebody in a stretched out neck t-shirt was the equivalent of the teacher just putting her nails on the chalkboard.
Man.
Hey, he would go.
I go bananas.
We were at Fridays one time. And this is a true story. We were about to eat. And it was like one of those days. I think I came from the gym. Y'all can't tell now, but I used to be in shape back in the day, right? So Cam came to eat with us, and he sat down at the table, and my shirt wasn't tight. He went to his car and got me a brand new t-shirt and said, "Hey man, go in the bathroom and put this on."
Yep.
low key clown on you.
No, it wasn't no clown. Because I wanted my brothers. If you're gonna be around me, you got to be right. You know what I'm saying?
It's a uniform.
Yeah, I kept fresh white tight around the necks in my trunk. You know what I'm saying? For anybody, if you're gonna be around me, hey, here, man, you put that on. That shit right there is unacceptable. You got on.
You had to have a tight fade, and your t-shirt had to be right.
Yeah. And if we hanging out, and this one I had a little bread or whatever, we going to our people right now. If your fade wasn't looking right, come on, where we going? You ain't we finna, because that's what you supposed to do. It ain't like they your sons. These can be your homies. They can be your big homies or whatever. But you're not gonna be with me, and I'm looking fresh, and you looking weird. We finna be looking equally fresh. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta pay for it every time, you can't be looking worse than me.
Yeah, you might not have to go one against the grade like Cam would do, but you have to have a ball fade. You had to be right.
You have to look right because you representing the brotherhood. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you look weak, we only strong as our weakest link. Visually, physically, anything, economically. So you can't be kicking it around me and not represent, not looking good.
Everybody was in shape, fresh haircuts, fresh t-shirts. Everybody was in shape, physical shape, cheekbones showing, chin showing, your shirt kind of pulling up on your shirt because your guns were right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a military type look, and no boy had facial hair. So we could have been military, we could have been cops, we could have been. It was so many things that went into our look, but we looked clean.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And at that time, Gooch was you know, he was competing. You was a bodybuilder. You was like on you didn't go pro. You was amateur.
Yeah, NPC. Yep.
Oh, okay. So yeah, dude, you know, you looking like Biggie right now, but he used to
Gooch had his
be
swole
in
on, huh?
stupid shape. Gooch used to have guns, you know, because he was short, so he had to have it. You know what I'm saying? That's a weekend warrior.
Yeah, man. We gotta stop talking about. You know what? We always gonna give you guys the '90s because that was the prime time, but it's our job as men to give you great 2000s, great 2020s, great 2030s. Because a lot of people were something back in the day, but what can we do now to help our people? And that's what we strive on right now, giving you guys a great product right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people who used to be something back in the day, what are you now? So
we broke according to our rap peers. We're broke. We lost.
Yeah, but we're mentally, financially stable. I mean, you know, if you think about the things that we know and the knowledge that we give, that's amazing what we have. So as long as we get up every day, he takes care of his children, I take care of my responsibilities, and we try to give y'all the best of us every day, that makes me happy. That's what makes me happy more than anything.
No.
Yeah.
And it's a brotherhood. This ain't he men's women haters club. So we definitely love us some black women, but we have to be the men. We can't have them black women running us. They feelings don't rule us. They bodies don't rule us. They bank accounts don't rule us. None of that. We love them. We respect them, but we respect them when they play their role.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you definitely got to be taking.
That was a dope poem, man. You have anything else?
Yeah, that was fire.
Yeah, I do. I wrote a couple when I was locked down. I did one on
Feds or state time?
Feds.
Okay,
Well, no, I started off in Leavenworth. Huh?
I need you standing up at 4 o'clock, okay?
Standing up at 4 o'clock. What you mean?
Mandatory 4 o'clock count, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, count. Yeah. I was in Leavenworth at first, and then I got transferred into the Feds. I went to Marion. I was at the Marion camp out there in Marion, Illinois.
Okay, give us one more. Give us one more for the road. Bless us.
Okay, this one is real wordy. So excuse. You know, I did the same thing Brother Malcolm did. I put the dictionary, put it on the wall, and was reading all the words and stuff. So this is a little wordy, but just follow the rhythm. Let me see. Damn, what's another one? Oh man, it's skipping my mind.
Don't stretch it. If it don't come to you, then we get it on the next one.
Right. That's what's up.
What you doing, Goose? What you cutting your scalp, your skin? You edging your skin up? Like your mic is on mute.
I just bring from the hair down, and it makes the hairline pop more.
Yeah, that line is tight.
Cam a hater sometimes, man. Don't listen to that dude.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
because my days is over with. It's low tide forever for me. So I don't like that. I'm like Tyron on Belly over there. I don't like that. I'm gonna hate on that. And he loved doing that shit in my face. Like, yeah, I still got my hairline. That's all right. I had it when I needed it.
That's what he's doing.
I had it when I needed it.
Okay, wait a minute. It just came to me. Check this out. Check this
Let
out.
it come to you, brother. Let God flow through you,
Okay,
brother.
here we go. Tactile movements made oscillations detectable and desired. Each ebb inspiring the flow allow gustatory supplications to make way for what brings urge. In the darkness of thought, I want, which brings tears that supplant the chemical expression of my grief. The secrets of the universe sequestered in plants. Insect signals mechanical overlay of diverse language cross-pollinizing the abstract typical brain states. The synthesizing element gyrates the elegant structure of the helix, compounded and reshaped to holographic details. The seashell rhythm, mathematical architecture, Fibonacci schism, miniature nano blueprint, the art is the likeness of self within the framework. Psychic balance maintains the calibration. Brain hurts, not the expression of the typical sensation, but alternating frequencies that situate the current vibration fed directly to his hydrophonic nation.
Damn, that's some love, John. What they do like?
You made me want to burn some Nag Champa incense and walk around barefooted.
Yeah, with some sage. You made me want to sage my room and shit.
Yeah, this piece right here is a very special piece.
Right.
Being in the Riviera when I wrote this piece, this is a very, very deep piece. It's called one of those.
What they call that? Deaf Soul? Was that Deaf Soul? Deaf Comedy Soul or Deaf something?
Deaf poetry.
Deaf poetry.
Yeah, Deaf poetry. Yeah.
Deaf Jam poetry.
Yeah, they used to be doing it back in the day with that.
Yeah, that was dope, man. God bless you, man. And you know what? We want to say thank you because every time you come on here, you kind of stick with the script, and that's dope, man. Thank you for paying attention to what we say, man.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate being able to get on here and build and destroy with y'all, even if we freestyle it.
Man.
Okay.
All love, Big Kim.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace, bro.
Peace.
Yeah, that's my bro, man. My name's my twin. How they say twin? Yeah. Where have you been? So that's the new slang. Dudes be saying twin, man, twin. Because I'm out the loop.
I don't know. I never heard that.
Yeah, I think they call each other twin, and females be calling each other twin, and all that new slang stuff I ain't know nothing about.
Would Leslie Jones say that to Sally Richardson? Y'all. Hey, twin. Nah, we ain't no twins.
Yeah. They fraternal twins.
Yeah. All right, let's see what the comments say, Brother Cam, because you know what? Oh, let me make this announcement. Tomorrow, everybody, I start my clinical work. I will be in the hospital tomorrow, Harbor, UCLA Hospital. I start my clinical for the next 2 weeks, and I have to be there at 7 in the morning. I have to be hands scrubbed, washed, everything by 7. So that means I have to wake up at 5:30 and be there at 7. So I can't stay on too long, but please read the comments, man, and let's make a departure. Cam might stay on longer. I can't stay on much longer.
Yeah, I ain't gonna stay on much longer neither. Y'all can hit the like, subscribe button, hit the like button, run them little algorithms up. They're gonna Cash App. Goose, what's your Cash App, Goose? Can you put it on the screen, or why y'all put it on the screen?
$GOOCH 5150. Gooch 5150. GOOCH 5150. And if
it should be on this. Like, I'm trying to figure out
how. It's on the screen, but
it's on the screen. Oh, okay.
And when it comes to me, y'all, I'm a student right now. Don't send me anything over $10. So if 5 of y'all send $10, I'm good. Because you guys still have bills, you guys have children and other responsibilities. I'm just your cousin Gooch that's in school. So I appreciate it. Send Cam anything. He deserves the world. But for me, everything is appreciated, man.
What's your thoughts on Usher performing at the Kamala Harris thing?
He's doubling down on his friendship with the rainbow community.
Do you think that it might be like connected to people in the executive branches in government that can actually keep certain things from coming out? You know, that can be in touch with the Diddy prosecutors and all of that, that can keep certain information that, you know, from possibly coming out if he's involved in any of that.
Then I think he chose to to support the wrong person, because one thing about the Blue Party, if he's on those tapes, they're gonna say, "Hey, I'm sorry, we tried, but it is what it is." They have a great way of showing you that they don't really keep up with what they say.
Right. They're real pilgrimish.
Right.
Real promises to the native types that they never intend to keep.
Right. And now, I think a lot of people who support Kamala are on those tapes.
I mean, I kind of agree. I don't understand. Well, I do understand, but yeah, I think all of that is a political play. The reason why they even got Diddy out there like that, because they're using him as an example.
Mm-hmm.
What we gonna do to you if you don't endorse, if you don't come out here and support, and this candidate right here, we gonna send you with your mentor. We're gonna have you over there with your mentor.
Right. I mean, I like Usher. Usher is a great artist.
Yeah, I love Usher. Yeah, for sure.
Artist. My homegirl's baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: is he's gotten away with a lot of stuff. Just think about it. He issues bumps to people.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I'm not going there. You say, okay.
And we're all not perfect or whatever, but for him to do that and not really, there was no backlash.
Hey man, that's like what's dude that played in Rush Hour with Chris Tucker? I mean, not Rush Hour. Money Talks. What's his name?
Faison?
No, the white dude that Money Talks. Remember that the main character in Money Talks with Chris Tucker? That's supposed to have the HI such and such. And
Sheen.
What's his name? Martin Sheen. Yeah, Charlie Sheen or Charlie. Yeah. So it's a lot of packages being given out around here. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
But I ain't. It's cool when they do it.
That's another show, and we don't get into that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna look at the thing. Oh, you hitting the thing now? You looking at it?
Yeah. Which of the presidential candidates can save the lives of the people of America? Not from the wrath of Satan coming down on you, having great wrath because he know his time is up, but from the wrath of God. No
president can do that.
No president can do that. No CEO. Jimmy Iovine. No Julian Grain or whatever the nigga name is. All of them is targets. Why do you think so many people is giving credit to hurricanes and the weather and all that to HAARP instead of to the God? Like why we give that credit to like a white scientist type guy that can control the weather with HAARP, but we won't give it to a black guy?
That's what they've been trained to do. That's just what they do, and unfortunately, until they get knowledge themselves, which I doubt they'll ever do it. They're gonna have to, I don't know what's gonna happen, but they've been trained that everything that's done correctly or at the highest level that a Caucasian person has something to do with it. To where they really, really do their homework and dig deep, they'll find out that it probably came from a person with color, and the Caucasian person, had the ability to snatch it from him and copyright it or, and do things of that nature. So we just, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Hit the like buttons, like, subscribe, man. It's 1 minute before it's actually the top of the hour over here. So anything you want to say, Brother Abdul Akbar?
For having me, man. It's always a pleasure to be on here with you. I want to say thank you to everybody It takes time to watch. There's a lot of things you could be doing right now. You could have been watching Sunday Night Football. You could have been watching the Dodger game, but you chose to be here with Brother Cam. So thank you, man. I love you, and I love you, brother. And I'll see you
Love
tomorrow.
you, sir. Love
Okay.
you, brother.
Peace.
Peace. Campaign Trail. We love y'all Sunday night service. God willing, we on it tomorrow. Peace.